This is the first time I've made a commentated video in over a year at this point, I think, but I had a great story I wanted to tell because it came back into my head a couple of days ago, and I thought, you know what, this would be pretty funny to tell to YouTube, so I'll just go ahead and tell it. So, I'm currently a junior in high school. I'm on summer break right now as I'm recording this. It's July 20th of 2022. So, I've already passed my sophomore year. I'm going to be a junior after the summer ends. But I have this story to tell because at the time it was so fucking aggravating because my teacher was just a complete asshole when the situation came out. So this whole situation happened on April 5th. Now, the weekend before I had bought this 64-ounce bottle that I could just put water in. I was taking it to school with me. And what happens when you drink 64 ounces of water within a 5-hour period is that you gotta go piss. Okay, that's undoubted. You're gonna have to go fucking drain a kidney eventually. So what happened is I drank the water and I had already pissed one time earlier that day. So I went during geometry during lunch and then I came back and I drank more of the water and I had to go again at the end of the day in period 6. Now this is April 5th. My birthday is April 6th, so it would be the day after. So I asked the teacher, I had to go piss, and she said, yeah, go ahead. And so I go to the bathroom, I piss, come back, everything's fine, day ends, go back to school the next day with the same water bottle, and the exact same deal happens again. I have to go piss during geometry, and then a couple hours later, I'm sitting in period 6 again, except today is my birthday, and so I have to piss again. And so what does the teacher say? The teacher says, you can't go to the bathroom this much. And in my head, I was thinking, motherfucker, this is the second time ever that I've asked you to go to the bathroom. I've been in your class for 2 months, and this is the second time I've ever asked you to go to the bathroom, and you're gonna turn me down? And then you know what she did? She looked down onto her computer screen and saw that today was my birthday, and she's like, oh yeah, I guess I could let you go. I know you're not gonna do anything nefarious in the bathroom. And I was like, of course I'm fucking not. I'm going to the bathroom so I can take a piss. What the fuck else do you think I'm going to the bathroom for? And I know my school has a big problem where people who go to the bathroom just to hide out from class so they don't have to do anything. But you should know me well enough to know that I'm not going to be one of them people that's going to go to the bathroom to hide out for the rest of class. So what happens? I go into the fucking bathroom, right? And there's like 18 people in there. And it's all just a bunch of fucking retards sitting back in the corner. And they're not doing anything. They're just back there hiding out. Just like I said before. They're hiding out from the class. Those are the people that are doing something nefarious. And I go into the bathroom and they're commentating my fucking piss take. Like, what the fuck? And at that point, I just didn't want to go to that bathroom. But it's like, I'd get done pissing, walk out, wash my hands, go back to class, day's over, it's whatever. Now it's the next day, and the exact same situation pops up. I have to piss during geometry, I go, I'm done, and then a couple hours later I'm sitting in period 6. Except this time I didn't want to ask the teacher a third day in a row because I knew what she was probably going to do was that she was not going to let me go to the bathroom. She was going to turn it down. Because I guess my birthday hype wore out by that point, so I guess I don't get any more free trips to the bathroom. So what happens? I had to go before class. So I went before class. I had to walk across the entire fucking school to find a bathroom, except every bathroom either had like 85 people in them or was just closed down for maintenance, or because the bathrooms had so many fights take place in them, most of them were shut through the entire day anyway. So what happens? I have to hold my fucking piss in, and then I have to go to period 6. So I go to period 6, just barely make it on time, and then I get to class, sit down, and everything's fine for like the first 10 minutes. And then after that, you can like how whenever you have to take a shit, you can usually hold it in pretty well. With the piss, you cannot do that because your penis is eventually just gonna fucking it's just gonna just start shooting piss out eventually, okay? So what happens? I'm sitting there, and about halfway through the class, I have to piss super badly, but I know if I tell the teacher, she's just gonna not accept it. So what happens? I'm sitting there, I'm literally on the verge of fucking crying because of how much I gotta go piss, and then what happens? I can't hold it anymore, so I fucking piss myself in class. And remember, I am 16 now. I was a day after 16, okay? And I'm fucking sitting there in class pissing myself. And oh my god, my shorts were fucking wet, the chair was wet, my underwear was soaked. It had just got the bottom of my shirt. It was fucking everywhere. And it smelt so bad, and I was sitting in between 3 people. So if I stood up, it was going to be pretty fucking obvious that I pissed myself. And so I was so fortunate that that day I had a hoodie because it was cold out, you know? It was still cold out in the start of April. So what happened? Once class ended, everyone walked out and I walked out last, but what I did was I wrapped the hoodie around my waist, and for some reason ever since I was sitting down and this happened, it fucking soaked the back of my ass too. So my entire waist was just wet with piss from end to end. So what happens? I wrap my hoodie around and I get up and say just checking something to the teacher, you know, because I didn't want her to know that I just fucking pissed myself. What happens? I'm walking out of school with this hoodie wrapped around my waist, and then I get out of the school and I'm so fucking thankful nobody saw me that day because that was really fucking embarrassing. And so I get into my dad's truck as he picked me up from school every day, and I'm pretty sure he still will be until I actually get my license, which I already have my permit, but I need him to be with me whenever I'm driving with my permit. So what happens? We head down to Sheets, which is about a mile and a half away. And not to mention, I haven't pissed everything out yet. I still gotta go piss really badly. So what happens? We take a right going out of the school and head down the road about a mile, get into the nearest Sheets, and I piss so much. I was in that bathroom for probably about 2 minutes just fucking pissing. And I'm not kidding you, that is the single most satisfying feeling a man can ever get, is having to piss after a long time of holding it, you know? When you finally are able to piss after holding it in for a while, you know that feeling. It is so satisfying. You can't help but just gasp at how nice it is. So what happens? I get done pissing, wash my hands, walk out, go home, everything's fine after that. And that was the final day that I took a water bottle into school with me because I knew if I had drank anything throughout the entire day, I would have to piss almost immediately. I'm one of them people that I'm in school, I drink something, and for some reason, not even like 10 to 15 minutes later, I gotta go to the fucking bathroom and piss. But then what happens? After that, when I stop taking my water bottle, I don't have to piss anymore. And that's pretty much the end of the story. Another thing I'd be scared to death of is if I have to go to the shit. You know, and I only shat once or twice during the entire school year, and that was at the start. Because what happened is that I eventually stopped packing so much food, and then that helped it, you know. But another thing I packed too was fruit, which didn't really help. So most days, as soon as I got home, I just went right for the fucking bathroom. But good God, is this story fucking exhausting to say. And I think the worst part of it, not even me pissing myself, but the teacher just doesn't give a fuck. You know, and I don't want to really mention this, but I'm going to mention it anyways, that this teacher is like one of them fucking feminist type teachers that always was talking about how there's misogyny and shit and how women are making 78 cents to a man's dollar. And it's like, I don't give a fuck what you think, but like that's just stupid. You don't tell that to a whole class of fucking 15, 16-year-olds that don't care. All they want to do is just get the hell out of there, go home and rest, you know? They don't give a fuck about what you're making to compared to a man. It's fucking stupid. You know, but like anyway, that's just me rambling because this story really fucking set me off back then. And now I just kind of look back on it and laugh, but you know, it's whatever. Anyway, that's the end of the video. I'll see y'all later. Bye.